is Macy, and I chose to do my information speech on psychoanalysis. I chose this topic because psychology really intrigues me, and I like to know the difference from how it was back in the 18th century compared to how it's changed and evolved to the 20th century. Psychoanalysis is a system of psychological theory and therapy which aims for treating mental disorders, traumas that people have been facing, and it also invests in the interaction with the unconscious and conscious state of someone's mind. Alrighty, so psychoanalysis was founded by Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud was born May 6, 1856, in Australia. His father's name was Jacob, and his mother's name was Amelia. His father was 40 years old when Sigmund Freud was born. Some facts about him is that he published an article about psychoanalysis in the 13th edition of the Encyclopedia. He also was called the most influential intellectual legislator. So what is psychoanalysis? Psychoanalysis is a psychological way to face depression, anxiety, or traumas that someone may be facing. How psychoanalysis works is someone, such as a therapist, is going to be sitting on a chair and the patient will be laying on the couch or relaxing on this a chair or laying on the ground, whatever the most comfortable way that they feel for them, and it allows them to feel relaxed enough to just talk to the person as if they were one of their friends. Psychoanalysis is used when treating trauma because someone may be just not comfortable enough to talk yet about something that they are faced from the past. But by using this method of just allowing them to be relaxed and not forcing them to just sit there and talk, they can talk about, their favorite color or how their day is. It just allows them to feel comfortable enough to just talk about everything that they've faced and going on so that they know how to treat it the best for them. Alrighty, I'm just going to show a quick clip of some videos and just talk throughout the video about what this clip is showing. But this video goes in depth, so that's why I wanted to show it.
All of us can feel overwhelmed and burdened from time to time, as if all the hurts and trauma from our past, the stresses of
So I wanted to show the first part of this video just because it shows that on top of his head, everything that he may be going through, the struggles and the tangles that he's facing, such as, anxiety, depression, or traumas. And it just shows that they all bundle together to create sadness and anger and just feelings that they may not mean towards somebody, but for some reason that's how they're coming off. So it just allows a therapist to be able to untangle those with them.
Everyday life and our goals and dreams for the future have gotten all tangled up, paralyzed.
So basically what it was saying was that it's just something that, is building up on them. Even though they might just have the one thing that's triggering them, everything is, with school or work scheduling, just feeling very stressed can cause more and more of anger and making them just not who they usually are as a person.
In our mind. This tangle disturbs our relationships, interferes with our personal growth, makes us feel out of control, and creates painful emotions like sadness, anxiety, anger, and fear. This is when seeing a psychoanalyst can have lasting and life-changing benefits.
So they say seeing a psychoanalyst or a psychoanalyst will have life-changing effects just because it's just used differently from other ways, because other therapies just are talking, but this way, if they feel comfortable, if they don't even want to talk about what's going on with their life at that time, they can talk about other things, like what they did, what was a fun thing, what was a high of their life, what was the low. But that allows the therapist to know more, of the psychoanalyst to know what could be causing this for them to be acting the ways that they are that are unusual.
Psychoanalysis is a deeper, more personalized form of talk therapy, and studies show that the benefits last long after treatment ends. In psychoanalysis, patients can talk freely and safely share their feelings, dreams, memories, desires, and life stress.
This is one of my favorite parts of the clip just because it shows everything that's at the top of his head, everything that he may be going through, and then points out every of the main topics. Like, if the blue cord was to be talking about stress, that how they can overcome the stress and how they can, work through things together. And that's why that was one of my favorite parts of the clip, and I wanted to show. Right, and then when to know and how to use it is, when to use it is someone who's suffering from trauma, anxiety, or depression, and how they use it is just, they basically have a rubric, and they just talk about their days, and they point out parts that could be triggering this memory of theirs, and how they can remove that without using medical treatment. So in conclusion, psychoanalysis is a type of psychological treatment used when someone is suffering from trauma, anxiety, or depression. I like psychoanalysis, and I like learning about it just because it shows that there's other ways to treat disorders, mental disorders, than just going straight to medicine. I think that there's other ways than just relying on medication to make someone feel normal or better about themselves.